you want to ride? That's a good girl. Get up here, Lush. Come on, Lush. Silly.
This is Diane's big date day today. We do this quite often, and so I pack up the golf cart with the dogs. My happy bride.
It's a blue box on top of a flipping golf cart.
We have a blue box on top of the golf cart with white spots on it. And this is Diane's favorite activity. So when we have to go back to when we were young lovers, this is what I do. I clean the gas cans off of the golf cart and get Diane all dutied up. We load up the dogs, we make a drink, and we're off for some romance, some fun. You ready?
I'm so ready. Let's go.
All you need is a golf cart, a pretty woman, and a blue box with some white dots on it. And you are in there. Love's in the air.
I am so embarrassed that this is what we do for fun.
A glass of wine, and here we go. Here we go. Let's take a tour of the property.
It looks like those pain pills have kicked in a little bit. He was singing, I want you to want me, walking through the house.
And I want you to know if I do.
I might have to take one of those pills.
And let the fun begin. We're entering the kill zone.
The compound.
What we do is we drive around the property nice and slow with our blue box.
Blueberries. The hell they're not. We're starting to look like a car lot out here. We bought vehicles to do the defensive driving course with. So we're really looking like a car lot. It's terrible.
Back to the bonfire where the romance begins.
Dragonflies everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Boys are coming in the morning. We start arriving about 10 o'clock.
Perfect weather.
The dogs are laying back here. There's Michelle. She's quite taken with this golf cart. Everybody wants to know if they can come down and take a look at our facility, our compound. Compound's right here in our backyard. It's everything we need. We do most of the training on leased property away from here. But they do take their meals here. They sleep here. And the infamous wild PT is done here. But other than that, we're on other land from Norfolk to North Carolina. Alright, now you got me way down in here. Dawn calls this the project, the slums.
Why are we running the air conditioning?
She turned it on right before she left because we need to. It's going to be so hot in the morning, they won't be able to stand it. So, the guys that come for 2 weeks typically stay in the cabin. And the guys that come for 1 week stay in the projects. It's actually comfortable in there. We got some new mattresses this year, so it's more comfortable. It's heated and air conditioned, so the guys are comfortable. Works out just fine. My jet ski, the last course, those boys were dogging it, and the third engine soon light came on, and that was your fault. I don't know if I'm going to let her ride anymore. That's my jet ski, my old woman jet ski. around out there, do my thing. She is laying up on his back. Can you see her? She's just as comfortable up there as she can be. So this is how we ride it at our house. We lay on our big brother and just as comfortable as she can be. He loves her. She wants to be with us everywhere we go. Hang on, me son. We are so ready. We got everything mowed and got a nice little rain last night and today, so the guys are going to have much cooler weather than we've had the first part of this week and last week, so I think they're going to luck out. All right.
Date's over. Date's over. Let's see how we did.
You're moving pretty slow. We've got ammo. We've got patches for Zodiacs. We've got everything that's been delivered today.
All right. Let's check how we did on our date. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You see them? Those are the notorious Virginia deer fly. I flippin' love this shit. We just spray paint a box blue, put a little white on it. They're very attracted to all of it. And we just smash into it. That's how you entertain the old lady. You just take her on a few laps around the property.
So, actually, there's more than just a blue box. For years, we have been trying our best to figure out how to get rid of these deer flies, mayflies, and Don did all the research on the internet, and they actually make this stuff that is called sticky trap, and they recommended that they are mostly attracted to bright blue, and they will follow you all through the field. I mean, you can't get rid of them until you kill them. So Don takes this blue beer box every year. He sprays it blue, and then he sprays this sticky trap all on the outside of it. And it's almost like one of those fly traps. When you spray it on there and they hit it, they cannot get loose. They even sell strips of tape for guys to put on the back of their hats because they seem to get you from behind. So this year we just might have to put a sticky trap piece of tape on the back of these guys' heads, or they are going to get torn up. What do you think, Senior?
A few more and we'd have a cocktail.
Yep.
I'm going to take another loop around.
Do you really think it cuts down on the population?
Well, there's like fucking 12 that aren't going to bite anybody.
Well, you better make another cocktail and go out there for about an hour.
You stop.
There's our kids. All right, guys. We'll check Senior when he makes another loop around. We'll get a good head count and be right back in a few minutes.
Get the body count.
Yep.
Need some more wine.
So when we get back today, drop Senior off to come back here and get some rest. And I made a trip around the corner to some very good friends of ours. A young couple with a young family that we just love to death. Their children are just like our children. We're together a lot. And he's getting ready to go out the door here shortly. Gonna make another deployment overseas. We certainly have been through our share of those, and I know how hard it is. Summertime's coming up, and all the kids are out of school, and families are taking vacations together and everything, and you know, your husband, Daddy, is gone. It's difficult for the girls. It's difficult for the kids. I have a very good friend. His name is Ken Zim, and he's been a student down here a million times, and he's just become a very close family friend. He asked me years ago if I thought the boys would be offended if he offered rosaries from the Vatican. And I quickly explained to Ken that whether they're religious or not, that these boys going into harm's way would be happy to accept any little bit of just good juju to go out in the field with. So for years, Ken has been sending rosaries from the Vatican. I can't tell you how many young SEALs deploying overseas have taken these rosaries into combat with them. So I made a trip over there today and gave yet again another rosary to one of these young boys. The children were at the table making get well cards for Senior. They call him Granddad. And I got a little choked up over there today. It's so hard to be married to a team guy that's gone all the time. So all the workups are done, all the training, getting ready, to go on this deployment. So I know that he's got his, this is really shaky, I know that he's got his rosary with him, and that'll help take care of him until he gets back safely. So good luck, guys. We'll get through this deployment together, and we'll have to get